it's Darion, aka Oybella, and today I'm going to share with you a get ready with me for a super failure of a day. I'll share with you guys as we get further along in the video as to why this day was a failure to me, but before that, let's just get through some of this other stuff. So the first couple of things I'm doing is of course clipping my hair back, and then I went ahead and just did a little bit of maintenance to my eyebrows. I don't know why I didn't do this beforehand, but I definitely needed to do it, so we're doing it now. My eyebrows for me are definitely one of those things that just, I don't know, it just sets my whole day. If my eyebrows look crazy, I feel crazy, and it's just not a good day. So I needed to definitely do something about them. So that's what I did. After that, it was time to go in with this primer from e.l.f. So I rubbed the primer in, and then I went ahead and took this Makeup Revolution foundation and just swiped that all over my face. I figured this would be a good color for me because it's darker, and since I've been in the sun a lot these last couple of days, I definitely needed something a little bit darker. So that's what I used. And of course, to blend all of that in, I'm using my Marshmallow Pie makeup sponge from my brand Oybella Beauty. And yes, it's literally my favorite sponge. I love it so much. It's the only sponge I use, actually. After that, it's time to go in with concealer. So I'm using this one from Morphe, and I'm just popping that all over the highlights of my face. And then I'm going to go in with a much lighter one from e.l.f. and use that just under my eyes to give it some brightness. I know I use a lot of concealer, but I don't know, for me it just works better that way, so that's what I do. After all the concealer is on where I want it to go, I'm not going to blend it out right away. I'm going to go in with 2 more concealers, and they're going to be used to contour my face. So we're just going to pop those on, and yeah. So the reason I use 2 concealers for my contour is because one's darker than the other one. So I feel like it gives me just a better contour when I use both of them combined. I feel like the lighter one doesn't give me as deep of a contour like in my cheekbone area as I really want. So that's why I typically just put the dark one there and then just use the lighter one everywhere else. I've tried it before where I used the dark one like everywhere, and it just made my face really muddy and I didn't like it. So we're not doing that ever again. Anyway, I'm going in with that Morphe concealer again, and I'm just using this to clean up the contour and yeah, just bring more of that like caramely color back into my skin. And while blending it out, I'm also blending it upward into the contour just to make it a little more seamless and it's not so much of a really harsh contour line. So after that, I'm going to dry down my concealer under my eyes a little bit more and then go ahead and start to blend that out. I'm not super sure where the footage of me blending out the other concealer is, but it was blended out, okay? So yeah, we're just gonna blend. As you guys can see, once again, this sponge is just amazing because it gets into those really fine corners of my eyes so that I can blend out the concealer a lot better. Now as I'm reinforcing my contour, I realized that I didn't bring my airspun powder, and I typically use that to set my concealer. So I had kind of a mini panic attack at this moment because how could I forget the most important thing of this whole look? But I forgot it. So I ended up using this powder from tuvyR, which I'll pop up in a second and show you guys. So yeah, I just used that and put it all over the concealer because that was all I could do. And yeah. So this powder that's from tuvyR comes with 2 different colors. I like to use the lighter one underneath my eyes, and then the darker one I kind of like to put it on the rest of my face. And that just reinforces the like bright under eye look that I want. So yeah. Then after that, I'm going in and doing my brows. So I went in with a brown pencil first, and then I went ahead and used a black pencil over top of that. That was because I didn't know if I wanted to change my hair color later to red, and I didn't end up doing that, so I really could have just done the black pencil, but whatever. Now, either way, I really love using pencils for my eyebrows because I feel like it just gives it a more soft look. Instead of using like the brow pomade, which is what I typically use, this I think I like just a tad bit more. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I didn't do like a little pop-up of it, but you guys know what this is. And I'm going to use that to carve underneath my brows and just make them stand out. And yeah, then we're going to blend that out, of course. And after I blend, I'm going to use this bronzer from Fenty Beauty. And this I like to put primarily on like the cheekbone area. I feel like it just brings back in the color of my face. And then I also like to use it like on my nose. I just feel like it gives me like a really rosy, like vibrant look. So I like using that there. Then I guess I'm gonna work on my lips at this point. I don't know why I did this next, but I did. So I'm lining it with this brown pencil. I think this pencil is from like LA Colors or something like that. I don't know. It's a really cheap pencil, but I like it. So I'm gonna use that to line my lips. And then I went in with an Essence like matte lip cream type product. I don't really know what this is. I'll have to find it and put it in here to show you guys what it is. But I really like it because I really like the color of it. Then I went in with my highlight, and this is from Makeup Revolution. I really love this palette. It's honestly my favorite thing because I really love that there's so many different colors in one palette, and all of the pans are huge. And on top of that, the color payoff is super, super great. I really like it. So I'm just popping that on wherever I want to be highlighted. So yeah. Now at this point, something was telling me that I really needed to do some kind of color on my eyelid. So I went in with that bronzer from Fenty Beauty again and just put that literally all over my lid just to bring in some color and give me a little more like, I don't know, smoky effect. And then I went in with the Makeup Revolution palette again that I was just using as a highlighter, and I took like that last like brownish shade and just popped that into the center to give me like a like spotlight eye. So that's what I did. And after that, I went in with a mascara. The mascara I'm using is from Wet n Wild, and this is their like Lilo and Stitch collection. I really wanted something from this collection, so I got the mascara. That was all that was really on the display when I went to Walmart, so that's what I got. And I actually really, really like this mascara, specifically for like my bottom lashes because it's waterproof, and so it makes everything so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so now it's time for finishing touches. So first up is lashes. So of course I'm using Oybella Beauty for the lashes. This style is a wafer, and it's the perfect lash for this look. It gives me all the drama that I need without being like too much, because the length is shorter than like normal lashes, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. And then the faces that I'm making, as you guys can see, is because I've been trying to get away from using hair glue to do my eyelashes. So I'm using like real lash adhesive. And yeah, it's definitely different for me. And I'm still trying to get used to it, if I'm being completely honest, because it's not what I typically use. So yeah. Now I'm popping on some Beauty Supply Store gloss, and you're probably wondering why I'm using Beauty Supply Store gloss when I have a whole gloss line. And that's because this gloss is very thick, and that's kind of the vibe that I wanted. My lip gloss is more like a lip oil consistency. It's not super thick. So yeah, that's really the only difference. Now to top everything off, we're going to curl my hair. And I'm not going to talk about me curling my hair because it's just me curling my hair. So we can talk about, well, this day was kind of a failure of a day. And that's because I had this whole studio space. As you guys can obviously tell, this is not my home. This is not my bedroom. I had this whole studio space and I had it for like the day. And I had all these plans and all these things that I was going to do there and all this content that I was going to make. And then once I got there, everything just started going downhill. Like the clothes that I brought, they either weren't cute or they didn't really fit. I don't really like anything in my closet anyway, so it was kind of hard for me to find something that I wanted to wear to like take pictures in and do content in. So that was a challenge in itself. And then of course I forgot my airspun powder, so I couldn't bake my face and set my concealer. My Wi-Fi, there was no Wi-Fi in the building, so there was no way for me to really do TikToks. Instead I had to like go into like my phone's video feature and do the TikToks that way. So now I have to like go through all of that footage and compile TikToks together, and it's just kind of super inconvenient and I hate it so much. So yeah, all that's to say that I really didn't do as much as I wanted to. Like the pictures that I took and everything, they just didn't come out the way that I wanted them to, and nothing was really right. So that's why I say this day was kind of a failure, but on the bright side I did get this video, and yeah, that was probably the only thing that I got that was really great. I did this video and of course those like the footage of like the TikToks that I was doing for my brand, and then I also did another TikTok which is like a really simple like DIY shirt thing that I did. So I got something out of this, but I feel like for the time and the opportunity that I had, I could have done so much more, but it's okay. I got something and that's better than nothing at all. So I guess I'm grateful for that, and also the opportunity that I had to use the space for the day. So I guess it's okay. So even though the day was kind of a failure, I still look amazing. So I can't be too mad at that. And with all that being said, this is the final product. I just went through and raked all my hair out, and it looks so stinking good. Can we also mention that my hair, never mind, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to end on a positive note. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I definitely want to do more like makeup things because that's how I started YouTube in the first place. So if you want to see more of that and all the other stuff that I do on my channel, then please subscribe and also like this video and leave me a comment down below if you really want. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.